Hello, everybody, and welcome back to DICEBERG Ahead, a very special Pride Month edition of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Woo! My name is Chenoa Reid, and with me today I have...
Evan Batt, they, them, playing
Ricky, she, her. Craig, he, him, playing Rhea.
Kait, she, her, playing Sable.
Tommy, personal pronouns, he, they, playing Sammy, they, them.
Ooh, we are very excited to be all at the table playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians for the first time, so please bear with us if we know jack shit about the rules, but we're gonna have a great time nonetheless. We start in the city. New Cyandril is a large metropolis city free-flowing in the astral sea, home to the ambrosial magi and college of metamagic. This diverse and bustling city is the heart of the living astral.
Did you mean metropolis?
Metropolis. Yep.
You said metatropolis, and I was like, Metatropolis?
Metropolis. Yep.
Metropolis.
Metropolis.
like the movie.
Yep.
It's okay. To
There's
be
a
fair,
movie?
I didn't hear the difference.
A
I wasn't
large
paying attention.
metropolis.
I was actually taking notes.
My brain was in a different metropolis.
I wrote New Cyandril, Magic City, yo.
Some of you are aboard the ship Hera, a biomechanical beetle that you have been traveling in for some time now. This beetle is green and iridescent with many levels to this ship's machinations. Aboard the ship, we have the Naga as well as the Seeker making their rounds and doing their duties. Tommy,
Yes.
where would you be right now on the ship?
Currently, we're likely in the maintenance bay, doing odds and ends, go for jobs for, is it Puya or Puja?
Puja.
Puja,
Mm-hmm.
our lovely ethereal star being.
Yes. She is very meticulous, as you know. She takes very good care of the star flux heart. It's almost like they glow in tandem. But you guys are doing regular maintenance checks. What does your character look like?
So, hold on, let me get my references up here so I can actually describe this accurately, because I spent like 2 hours outfit crafting for Sammy.
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Please give me all the
Um,
good details. We will have a picture, I believe somewhere. Maybe it's on me. We'll have a picture somewhere on the screen if you are watching this instead of listening to this
I think
of
that's
character art.
Perfect.
that's the place to put it, yeah.
So,
Right,
Sammy is a very, again, Harajuku style is the best way I can describe it. They are constantly rolling around on a pair of skates. They refuse to wear normal shoes. They own these nice, comfy sweatpants that have the colors of rainbow stars on them. They have this lovely pair of visor and headphones that they can use to communicate with Puya from anywhere on the ship as needed. They wear a very cozy, puffy jacket with a symbology of waves on it. And underneath there, they wear a crop top with a hood that has a nice little like boob window, but they are incredibly flat-chested, so it really doesn't show much. Delicious. Sammy has wonderfully ginger hair. It lies surprisingly quite flat against their back. It's rather like shoulder blade length. Although when you look at their face, it's rather ambiguous. It's hard to tell where they're from. They seem to be rather blended.
Yes.
And they have I would call fair skin. It's not white, it's not pasty, it's not blinding, much like myself, but it's not an ethnicity that you can tell.
Yes. Very ambiguous.
Yes.
You hear Chadwick running around the corner. You know Chadwick to be one of your assistant engineers. He is also not the best engineer. And he comes up to you. Sammy?
Yes, Chadwick.
There seems to be like an issue like with the thing that like spits out smoke and there's smoke.
Oh, show me the way, Chadwick.
Okay,
Come on.
it's and he like spins around. It's the way I came, and then he runs towards that direction.
As he's running, Sammy just kind of skates along behind him, surprisingly smoothly. They are very talented on those skates.
Yeah, so you are heading deeper into the ship. Kait, the Seeker,
Yes.
you are with your bestie, Asphodel. I'm assuming either at the boarding of the ship or unless you have any.
No, that's kind of where I was going to put myself.
Okay, yeah, you are right on the deck of the ship with your friend Asphodel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've actually seen their face before.
No.
But what do you look like?
So Sable has veiled eyes. She's had that since she was a child. She's got long silver white hair, probably like mid-back, so pretty long. She has flowing ceremonial black robes on. She wields a bass guitar with her sword clipped into the back, so she always has her instrument on her. She's got more of like a composed demeanor, but is very curious about everything. Like, will ask like a lot of questions just to like make sure she understands what's going on, because she can't see.
And Asphodel fits kind of into that protector role for you.
Yeah.
And is a guide.
And then I'd say that she's just mix of like an old-fashioned like elegance, battle ready though, so she's always ready for a fight, but like she's pretty. She's a pretty girl. I do have a picture of her.
She's edgy as fuck. It'll be inserted on the
Oh,
screen
good
somewhere
lord.
if you are watching.
I've seen Shadow the Hedgehog art that wasn't that edgy.
You heard some rumors that there will be new recruits today. You're waiting on board in anticipation to kind of get a sense of these newcomers that you have heard about. As per your personal goals, they might be really great at helping you accomplish some of your
My things.
some of your things.
The things that I have to rekindle so I can
Yes.
get my eyesight back one day. Who knows?
Exactly. And you're waiting. The other two, the Troubadour and the Spooky Witch.
What's so spooky?
Yes, you two are together. You have been traveling together for a long time now. You are very good friends. And both of you are walking across this creaky wooden deck towards the ship Hera, a unbelievably large ambrosia beetle. You can see the wings right now are stationary and the legs are outstretched and floating beside this deck that you are making your way towards. You are meeting up with Captain Irileth. You were in connection with her ship swain, or beetle swain. I know, I'm funny.
No, it's very loud.
Mimi.
Mimi?
Yes, her name is Mimi. She is a, quote, seraphim baddie with a sword of light
Fuck yeah.
made of
Oh.
eyes.
And here, as I was saying, like a pink cowboy hat and dress, but
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Like Sheriff Callie?
Like Sheriff Callie. Yeah.
That's crazy.
What a poll. Let's start with Craig's character. What do you look like? Describe your character.
So Rhea has blonde curls, and they're about to her shoulder, and I'd say the last like inch are shittily dyed pink.
Nice.
Kool-Aid.
Definitely,
Kool-Aid
yeah,
dyed.
definitely did this in the sink like a week ago.
Like a dip dye.
Yeah. She has green eyes with just brown spreckles.
Yes.
Spreckles. We're sticking with spreckles throughout. She wears a bright blue jean jacket, and there's handmade patches throughout, and it's all of the bands she tried to make. And she made a logo for all of them, even if nothing ever actually came of it.
Is she really good at embroidery?
No.
Or is it like terrible,
It's
awful
terrible.
looking patches?
It's like she made these herself, and
And you know.
she hasn't learned.
You like can't tell which one was the first one because they all look shittily
Yeah,
the same.
they all look equally shitty. Underneath, she's wearing a white crop top of the last band she was actually in, which I didn't think of a name, and I should have.
That's okay.
So we're gonna go with Taco Tuesday.
Love that.
It's like super beat up though because it was like 5 years
Yeah,
old.
it's a while ago. She's wearing black ribbed jeans, a pretty basic fit,
course.
but then front belt loop, carabiner. There's like a 70s microphone.
I love that.
Yeah,
I can smell
It's
this
like
character.
it's like
Yeah.
one of those speaker microphones.
yeah, one of the speaker microphones, and it doesn't leave her side.
I love that. And walking right behind, I'm assuming enamored with the area and looking all around.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Are you ready for a fucking tone change?
Closing my eyes, I'm ready.
I mean, you
Edge.
You can have your eyes open. So, Ricky is very pale, like paper pale, and then has like sort of a dark gray ombre going from her fingertips to her elbows. With this fucking goth ass like black lines going down her face and lip makeup. I'm gonna just show people the image that I drew.
We'll insert the image for fun.
Or
the one
whatever.
that you
Oh, the
drew.
one I drew?
And then I'll put mine
I'm
in
gonna,
too.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a not traditional image because I'm not a traditional artist. I'm not happy with this.
Hey,
But,
it came out great.
No,
Thank
it looks
you.
good.
Please don't shit on yourself. That is wonderful.
And then she has long ass like down to mid calf hair that is like a silver ombre down to black. And she's wearing a dress with a bunch of fucking that's like corseted with little booby cups and then like
Boba cups.
yeah, booby cups, flowy fabric going to little fucking look at the image. It's all and this is going to be I'm going to make this kind of a nightmare for fan art. The dress itself, the fabric of it is that sort of like it's black but with the oil slicky sort of film interference effect on it, and then no one else described their swords, but I'm going to. And then she's got a bunch of little like she's wearing a black leather sword belt with a bunch of like pearlescent pearls, stones embedded into it, and then her sword. I'm just gonna skip the sword. Is the hilt of it is like a bunch of nasty, oily tentacles wrapped around each other at the pommel.
Why did it have to be tentacles?
At the pommel is a pearl, like carved octahedron sort of thing, getting gripped by these tentacles, and then they form the what the fuck is it called? Crossguard, and then climb up the blade a little bit, which is a very narrow. It's a saber, is the type of sword it is, and the blade is made of opal as well. So we got
Ooh.
fucking opalescent and oil slick textures. Have fun with that.
Thanks.
I just get a feeling their sword isn't going to exist in most fan art.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, actually, I was gonna say, like, if you make fan art, send it to me. 1, 2, you can just do black and white, or do like a light sort of minty green in place of the opal. Like, that's totally fine. Take shortcuts, okay? If it means I get fan art, thank you.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Or just enjoy the show.
Just
Anyway, we're walking.
But then the corset, and then it goes into a dress and has a big slit going up to mid-thigh.
Oh, a sexy slit.
Yeah, sexy slit.
We love some thigh.
Did I show you the image? I'll show you the image, and then that's it. I'm done.
Oh yeah,
I'd fuck her.
hot lady.
Wowzer.
Cut that.
You guys are
No, keep it in.
No.
You guys are
No,
click
we're
clacking down this boardwalk, heading to the entryway of this ambrosia beetle. And you can see at the entrance, waiting for you, a raven-like woman, feathers cascading down her arms and peeking through at her face. Her sword is needle-like and long at her hip, and has a pointed handle that dances with silver feathers. She has a sleeveless long coat that ends at her calves, just below the top of her high-heeled boots. Her feathers are dark like ravens, but in the light they show up deep purples, blues, and greens. This is Captain Irileth. She's also a MILF, so she's like in her 50s.
Fuck yeah!
Mhm.
Now are we talking like big titty MILF or
A respectable size titty. She's acquired some sag, I think, within her
Nice,
years.
hot.
So she's like got some support from like her corset that she's wearing, but all leather,
Mommy?
All leather?
pretty much.
Damn.
Yep. And
You're
she
doomed.
sees you too. Well, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to Hera.
It's a bug.
Oh yes, she is.
Isn't that really cool? That's really cool. I really like that.
Thank you. I could definitely give you the tour.
Please?
Please.
Yeah, let's step on deck and we can introduce you to the crew.
About, like, where on the beetle is it? like-
Okay, the entrance is like in the crux of like the head
Okay.
and the
Like the
first
seam?
segment. Yep. So it's like
Okay.
splits off and a piece of carapace folds down
Piece of what?
So we're not...
like a carapace. So the keratin of like the beetle
Okay.
shell
Okay.
folds down for you to board.
Cool.
Did you just learn this word?
Yeah.
That's very exciting for you.
I like learning words, but I heard the word piss mainly in what she said, and I was like,
Uh,
walking on what?
The carapace? Carapace. Carapace.
You're good.
So we're not going in the ass is what I'm...
The deck is kind
Or
of
the mouth.
towards the ass. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So once you go out, the main deck does have open air, and you head out to where the underneath of the wings would be. It's like flattened out to a deck so small ships can board or like people can leave. But it is covered by the overhead shell, usually where the wings would be. But in full flight, you'd be able to see the sky above you as well as like the wings folded out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's sick as shit.
thanks. Anyway,
Your brain do that?
oh yeah.
Your
Fuck yeah.
I was also doing a research paper about bark beetles when I designed
Did you
this,
watch
so.
A Bug's Life?
No, but I should.
Bro, your brain's hot. That's fucking sick as shit.
Thanks.
I said that platonically.
We go on deck. We head on deck. Captain Aeroleth takes you on deck.
On a dick?
Sweet Life?
welcome to her
The-
deck?
This is the Sweet Life on deck.
This
this
is really sweet. Is our life gonna be sweet on this deck?
I think it might be pretty sweet.
You head through a couple of hallways. They're very organically carved, and head out onto this large deck. There are a couple people already out here. One in particular, Ricky, catches your eye. You see from across the deck an individual with a cloak and a covering over their eyes. They are sitting at the moment, and with them is this large, towering individual resembling an Oni, a demon protector of this person. Her skin is dark lilac, and she has 4 eyes that are golden, like the sunset. Her stature is overbearing and often intimidating. However, her voice is deep and soft and comforting. The sword that she carries is large, covered in serrated shark teeth on the blade with abrasive shark skin on the flat edge. But she is standing pretty much at attention next to this individual. And the spirits seem to be focused on this person with the eye covering. There is like a aura around them that you notice.
Oh, wow.
1 second.
There are also a handful of other people that are working the deck, walking around. Yeah, that's you, bitch.
Yeah, you a mystical bitch, babe.
He's like, oh my god, is that my character?
I think she did that so well.
Fuck.
Sitting over here, wait, is that me?
So, you know, I want to fuck the Oni. I like cool ones.
You would.
Oh my god, Witch Watch.
Yes, so you are on deck now, and Captain Irileth walks closer to the center and announces, "Attention, crew, we have new people aboard. I would like you all to gather, and we can discuss our next steps before setting off into the astral sea."
Is this coming through on like the maintenance PA as well? Like,
You
am I hearing
do-
this on my headphones?
You do hear it downstairs as well.
Okay.
And you were kind of aware that, like, people would be, like, showing up.
But I'm more concerned with keeping this beetle alive and running.
Yeah. So you are aware that there are people around. And as you are listening to this announcement, you get to this valve that Chadwick somehow broke. It's shooting off steam, not smoke, so it's not like a huge deal, but it does look like he somehow removed the entire valve carapace that, like, controls the ignition on it.
Chadwick, where's the piece you took off?
The what?
Check your pockets, Chadwick.
He pats himself down, and he pulls out this, like, little knob. Is that what this is?
Yes.
I found it on the ground. I thought it was like a trinket, you know?
Okay, have I known Chadwick long enough that he will just say he found things on the ground when he really just ripped them off?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Mhm.
Just let me, Chadwick. Go
Okay.
Go attend to the captain and meet the new people.
Okay.
I'll get this fixed.
Yeah. All right. Bye. He turns around and he scurries out the wrong direction towards the deck.
Chadwick.
Yeah?
It's the other way.
Oh shit. Yeah. You're right. And passes you by and then goes the other direction.
That child.
And heads on deck. It's a pretty quick fix. You pretty much just adhere it and, like, screw it back in. Once it is, like, adhere, it's one of those, like, valves that you push in and then put into the fixing, and then when you
Oh.
let go, it just clicks in.
Yeah.
So it was super easy fix, and he just panicked, really, for no reason. But I'm assuming you head up to the top deck once this is, like, secured in your...
Yeah.
You head up there. Irileth is discussing with everybody on the ship. I understand we have had some hardships as of recently. Some warring ships that seem to have a grudge against us, especially the Sword Corp. It is my mission to bring us to them and reclaim what is rightfully ours. Dignity, glory, and most importantly, the downfall. We have enlisted these 2 new crew members who seem to have some knowledge and are very musically talented. Would you introduce yourselves?
My name's Rhea. Fuck Sword Corp.
As Fidel just, like, gives you a solitary, like, also hand gesture of rock and roll.
Hi, my name's Ricky. Fuck Sword Corp.
What she said.
Yeah.
Sword Corp. Anyways, our new recruits will be treated with respect, and I assume that everybody is going to be very welcoming, and if I hear otherwise, you will hear from me. We will be set sail immediately in hopes of finding their headquarters. That is all. And then she flips her coat and heads to the captain's quarters, which is close to the head of this ambrosia beetle.
And it's slow-mo for some fucking
Yeah,
reason.
there's like a Batman, like,
Yeah. Yeah. Some feathers, like,
oh, I love that.
cascade off. Sammy makes it up to the top deck, and you can see these new recruits. I'm not sure if you recognize them completely. Ricky does seem a little bit familiar, and you're not sure why. You also see that Sable and Asphodel are already up on deck, who you are familiar with, but don't cross paths as often. Asphodel is a part of the officers on deck. Sable, do you have like a specific job that you want to be like involved with, like on the crew? Or we have like a few options, like
I didn't have like a specific job that I was thinking of. I was kind of just gonna be with Asphodel
Okay.
and just like whatever's like
Assist.
I'm kind of a guard too, but
Yeah.
like
You guys are together as
Yeah.
officers.
yeah,
Sounds
like,
good.
Girly Pop can't see, so she can't really do
Yeah.
a lot.
Officers on deck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Sammy kind of scoot up to the new people. All right, so you're the two new recruits that we have on ship.
Yeah?
My name's Sammy. I'm one of the engineering crew. Try not to break anything, and we'll get along just fine.
Hi, I'm Ricky.
Sammy shakes Ricky's hand. You notice their hand is incredibly cold.
The spirits give you a weird feeling.
Is that
Maybe
the
like
spirits?
that. Yeah, that's the spirits.
Oh, I thought that.
I've hit their elbow.
The spirit's got my fucking funny bone. My
Yeah.
ulnar nerve.
Their hand is cold, but it's also like you feel like a weird tightening around your hand that wasn't their hand. This is the spirits letting you know that something is interesting about this person.
Anyways, I have to get back to my normal maintenance duties. I'm sure some of the members of the crew will be happy to show you where PAs and such are. If anything does break or you happen to see anything that doesn't seem quite right, feel free to PA us and we'll be over right away.
Question.
Thank you.
How do you fix the beetle?
When you've been on here long enough, you'll figure out what it is
Okay.
if we decide to assign you
Is
there.
there like a manual or like...
No. These types of ships are fairly uncommon. It's something you pick up as you go along.
Okay.
Now, I really must get back to my duties. And skates away back down below deck.
So they were like really cool, right? Like, did you see the skates?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was... I don't think I could do that.
They were really fucking cool.
What were your character's pronouns again?
They them.
They, them, damn. All right, cool.
So
They were really fucking
Damn,
cool.
non-binary.
You say cool or cold?
Cold.
Cold. They were cold.
But they were cool
They-
and cold.
they-
I don't know, man.
I feel like they were
just-
kind of warm. Like, well, that don't last sense. We're like,
I mean, like they're
I mean,
like
you'll
cool,
get
but,
it.
but no,
It's
like,
like-
their skin was literally cold.
oh, literally cold.
Like literally cold.
They were wearing like 3 layers.
I don't know, dude.
Wait, did they need a 4th?
Sable and
Should we,
Asphodel
like-
are overhearing this as well. You listened to the exchange.
Don't eavesdrop.
It, like-
It's rude.
it echoes across this deck.
I want you to say that to me so that I can just pull my sword out.
Also, Sable's blinds. They just hear good.
oh, true.
Oh, hey,
Daredevil.
fun fact. Nobody ever said I was blind. I just can't see.
Damn, you got your eyes covered.
Okay, Gojo.
I want you to know my eyes are piercing
Spiritually.
blue, and that's why.
yeah, I know.
I literally did this off
Fucking
of
Gojo
Gojo.
eyes.
I
Nice.
said, what is the most lesbian thing I can think of?
Gojo.
I was like-
I agree with you. Man.
I was like, what is gay? And I was like, oh, I'm watching JJK right now.
Yeah, you can say
Gojo.
You can say gay. But lesbian.
But then it's kind of what I got. So that's what this character is definitely based off of. Fun fact.
Has anyone taught you what a lesbian is? Are we?
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Are you
you.
sure?
Confused bisexuals, you know.
Has been with the man for 4
Rampant.
years.
Like 3.5.
3.5.
I'm single.
Same.
But Ricky realizes that their voice is echoing around the room and immediately blushes really hard and shuts the fuck up.
Ooh, whoa.
Hello.
Yeah, there are a few people on deck that are like preparing to like be shipped off,
Blast
as
off?
you will. Yeah, blast off, you know, again. That was a dumb reference.
Yeah, its voice actor was a trans woman.
Hell yeah.
Huh? Ooh, what?
Just a list of a few people that you see on deck right now. You can see a very busty, curvy woman, tall in cheetah print, with big 80s blonde hair. This is definitely a MILF, and she loves Pilates.
Call me Jiggly.
Just wait till you find out what her name is. You can see somebody who is androgynous. Why did I do this? Covered in oil? I guess in a sexy way. And
Naturally
has
can be covered in oil in a non-sexy way.
yeah.
We're gonna be
First
honest.
said
They're
covered in
very
oil,
shiny.
I thought like literal oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mineral oil. And they have
Oh my
pig
god. I was
features.
thinking oil spill.
Yeah, me too. Like literal like black oil.
I
Um,
look
so
at too many
sexy.
femboys online.
Yeah, I was
You-
sitting there like, oh, this is a Spartan.
There is a smaller gnomish, what looks to be like a drag king. It's got like, they have like put makeup on to make it look like they have a beard growing in and like a nice swoop, and you can see that their chest is exposed. They have fangs and facial piercings. And then you also see a I'm
ahead.
just reading my notes on
No,
this.
say it with your chest.
Yeah.
I didn't give any descriptions like physically on this person.
That's okay.
I just have soft and sweet talker after all the little lesbians.
Beautiful.
I guess I'll figure out what they look like later. But there's another person on there. So there's 4 people besides the 2 officers.
I'm seeing like very cottagecore, literally just soft.
Probably, yeah. I'll go with that. Some mints and pinks.
Cute.
Pastel.
Has like mushroom badges.
But Debbie, pastels.
What do you guys do? I know you were promised some sort of tour.
Yeah, we were promised a tour, and then we were told to do stuff.
Yeah.
But I asked how to do stuff, and they said you'll figure it out.
You
Do
could
know
also
what to
like
do?
try and go find
No.
Mimi. Mimi is likely going to be in the headquarters of
Where's
the beetle.
that?
It's a good question.
Oh fuck! You know what? Let's just explore. I'm gonna start walking.
Okay.
I'm right in
I'm
step.
I'm looking for any form of a performance area. I'm not looking for the main hall.
I have my eyes down.
I love that.
Don't tell Ricky where I'm going.
Yeah, I feel like if there were to be any performance area, it would be a modified thing on deck that's like not set up yet, or it would be like right as you walk into the main carapace on like the main level, there would be like some raised like platforms, but it looks like it has not been used like in a long time.
I'm just gonna go stand on the stage.
Okay, you stand on the stage, take a breath.
Yeah, just
Like feeling the new band name and logo coming into your mind.
Oh my god, do you name us?
fucking of course.
Rhea, are we on a stage?
Yeah.
Why?
Where else do we belong?
I thought we were looking for Mimi.
do we belong?
Don't give me the fucking.
Where else do we belong?
We're gay.
Yeah, I know.
You can't do that.
You see a large octopus woman.
Oh shit.
Very similar to Ursula in style, so lower
Okay.
half octopus,
Okay.
upper half
I'm into
woman
this.
with quote mad curves. She
So
has very long, dark braids.
These are some very
And
wet
is
noises I'm
holding a
picturing.
sword made of tentacles.
Mm.
Her skin is also a dark, deep purple. But she is passing by you with a clipboard and a set of glasses.
Ricky's gonna fuck
And
that
she
octopus.
looks over towards you guys. Is there something that you need?
Hi, yeah, we're
You look... I wouldn't say lost.
we're lost. Yeah, I don't know why we're on a stage.
One of you
Rhea is
looks
shaking
lost.
her head.
Are you the new recruits?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Ricky.
She reaches out her hand and tentacles coil up
Uh,
to solidify the handshake.
uh-huh.
Ivory cream.
Oh, that's 2 light colors.
Ivory cream.
That sounds like a very light cream. Okay.
Yes. I am the navigation officer of Hera.
Oh, that's super cool. Hey, do you know where Mimi is?
She will be upstairs.
Can you show me, please? I don't know what the fuck
Yes.
Rhea's doing.
I'm just standing there.
Rhea.
Just, hi.
Hello. You seem very positioned.
At home.
Okay. I understand. Let's take you upstairs to headquarters.
Okay.
And
Rhea, what the fuck are you
leads
doing?
I'm
just kind of like a silky crawling of tentacles that lead you up these stairwells and through the halls, and you head up into the head of the ambrosia beetle Hera.
Girl, what those tentacles do?
You exit out, and it is like this greenish dome. You walk out, and you can see almost 360 around you, and there's a bunch of different mechanical stations. You can see Aerolith. Think Star Trek. This is very like a Star Trek-based station system. Aerolith is in the center. There's a few like engineers and like officers. And you can see Mimi pacing about, making sure everything is like good to go up here before she heads below deck. Let me pull up the description of Mimi. Amelia, aka Mimi, Uthriel, the beetle swain, and right hand, a seraphim Betty with a sword made of light and eyes. She is 6'5". And curvy with very like African facial features. She has like a very like full face, darker skin, and a white afro that is covering her eyes. And she is dressed in raiment wraps and adorned with large golden like hoop jewelry. And she notices that people have arrived and come in, and you can see a second set of eyes below her normal ones that are covered open up to see you.
Oh, mama, I think I'm in love.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm so glad that you guys made it. How was
Simp.
it reaching up here? It looks like you got some help from Ivory.
A little bit of a detour.
Rhea got us.
What?
What?
Okay.
Hi.
She's
I'm Ricky.
She's a bit nervous.
We've met.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Mimi. Did you guys have certain positions on the ship that you wanted to be involved in? We have opens in
Bottom.
officer, on deck crew. I'm sure engineering would love some extra hands that isn't Chadwick.
We were just told to help, so wherever you need us.
Well, we will be setting off soon. I can give you a quick tour and then decide from there.
Perfect.
Obviously, this is the main headquarters.
It looks so cool.
Do you have any jobs here?
No.
Okay.
Right. So we can head to the main deck. You've already been there, I'm assuming, but we can also head back down. In below deck, we have some gunners and engineering jobs. Just getting to know everybody. And I think we're going to be launching in about 5 minutes.
Beetle has guns.
Yes,
Can I see them?
absolutely.
That was part of the tour. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They are going to start heading down. Welcome to this episode's intermission. Take a moment to go get some water, go grab some food, and come back. Or you can just listen right through. Our intermission is dedicated for giving you important messages, ad swaps, or letting you know about any of our collaborations. It should only take 2 minutes, so you're welcome to skip. We'll see you on the other side. DICEBERG Ahead is sponsored by Sinful Beverages Wrath Energy. Locally owned in Missoula, Montana, Wrath is an energy drink with functional ingredients, using mango leaf extract for their caffeine source, optimizing reactivity and focus for gaming and studying. We love that Wrath Energy has a variety of delicious options. My favorite flavor is their sour green apple. Follow along with Sinful events and products at sinfulbeverages.com. As an avid player of TTRPGs, I choose my dice to fit my character. Crystal Maggie has an expansive inventory to meet your needs. This year, they released one of my favorite liquid core sets titled Flying Dragon, which is inspired by The Lord of the Rings, Eye of Sauron. Sort by material, collection, or color, making your shopping experience easy. Accessorize with dice trays, bags, or a dice necklace to display your favorite D20. So head over to crystalmaggie.com and use code, all caps, DICE, BERG_head to get 10% off your next order. Sable,
You're going down if you-
is there anything that you want to be doing at the moment?
I think I'm just gonna be.
Sorry, Craig, give me the drunken funniest.
He just said, "I'm going down for that."
Oh no!
Listen, she's hot. I get it.
This is the exact right vibe.
Oh goodness gracious. I think I'm just, since I'm an officer, I'm just walking,
Yeah.
just checking in on everything, making sure.
Keeping
I
your eyes on it.
Yeah.
Thirsty simp
They're,
lesbians.
Asphodel and Sable have linked arms.
No, I don't want to do that. I'm not like dependent.
Oh, I see.
Like I just feel an aura. Like it's
Ah,
like that.
I see.
Like
An
I
aura.
don't need to like hold hands. I
You're off
know.
the leash.
I know what's around me.
Shit, I'm
I don't-
independent.
I know.
I don't need to hold hands.
You don't
It's
need
more
no
of-
ogre.
Yeah, I don't need no man.
It's more if someone's like pointing a gun at you.
Yeah, and I'm walking.
Okay, you're walking. Asphodel is with you. So, what do you think of those new recruits?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird that they were supposed to go somewhere and they just walked right up onto a stage.
That was a bit interesting.
Do you think they were just gonna start singing?
I mean, who knows? I wouldn't put it past anybody.
Gosh. Well, I guess we'll have to find out what they're doing.
I guess so. We can continue doing our rounds. I would like you to roll
Oh, good God. Roll what?
First roll.
2d6.
2?
Oh shit.
2d6. And I
Okay.
believe this is going to be a wit for some sort of perception.
God bless. I got a +1 on that bitch. She's smart. Ooh, I got snake. No, I didn't get snake eyes.
I saw it and I was like, what a liar.
4, 8.
Nice.
I
Okay.
got a 9.
As you guys are walking down the halls, you are very used to the cadence of everybody's footsteps, especially within the carved carapace of this beetle. It
Yeah.
echoes a very certain way. You hear unfamiliar, rushed footsteps that sound like they don't necessarily know where they're going.
When you say rushed, are they running or are they quick walking? What?
Quick, I would say quick walking,
Okay.
but a very unknowing path.
Okay.
And you can hear them just off in one of like the storage unit halls where there would be like stuff that's stored like
Okay.
in the back of this beetle.
This is gonna sound so
Literal
stupid
junk in the trunk.
because
Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
know. Lights on or off?
I would say in this beetle, while you are walking in the deeper halls of it, the lights come on
Okay.
while you are walking through.
Okay. I guess. Hold on. I need to look at this. I guess in the hallway, I'm gonna like go in. I'm gonna like tap my little friend.
Yep.
I'm gonna shorten her name because it's gonna be rough to say her name all the time.
Ass
I was gonna say Ash.
or asp. Ash is cool.
I was gonna say Ash.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna touch Ash, and I'm gonna like signal her that I'm gonna go down,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna actually as I said it, I was like,
That's why you asked if it was lights on or off.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, makes sense.
You're
and
like,
they didn't
lights
know.
on.
I'm
Lights
like,
go off.
just goes.
Wild.
And the lights just start strobing.
The disco ball comes down.
And then I'm going to. Ooh, I don't know how to like introduce my sword in the nicest way.
Do it nasty then.
Okay, then I'm just gonna with the pitter patter because I don't know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna draw my sword immediately. But as I'm pulling it out, my like the runes on my sword start to light up.
Okay.
So like even my sword knows that this is unfamiliar.
Yes. Yep. And you are walking down. You assume that they might have heard somebody walking, and the footsteps darted around one of the corners, and has since now stopped.
Okay. Can I listen for breathing?
Absolutely.
Do I have to roll for that?
Yeah, let's roll for it.
Dear God, please breathe loud.
Please.
Breathe loud.
God.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. You do hear a very anxiety-ridden breathing. It is borderline hyperventilating, but attempted to be controlled.
Oh, okay. Okay. Also, while we're doing this, since somebody called us out for not naming our swords.
I didn't name mine.
Well, not naming, but like not telling what our swords were.
I was just really excited to describe my sword.
My
Yeah.
sword has a soft leather hilt. It does have like wings on it too, so it does that.
That's cute.
It's like a little like wing with a hilt. Super cute. It's long, narrow, but it has like a curved tip, so like it does maximum damage. But
It goes
also we love a curve.
on the paw?
It is black. It's not like your standard like metal. But it does have like ruins on it. For the things that have happened. We'll go through my backstory later.
For the things that have happened.
Yeah.
Keep it ominous.
But it does that when like not necessarily like bad things are happening, but like new things. So like when music's playing and things like that, they'll light up and kind of signify to me, because I can like feel them. Something is amok.
It's an energy.
Yeah.
Ruined for her pleasure.
So I did hear them, right?
Yeah. You
Okay.
did.
So while I'm walking, I'm gonna be dragging my sword like by me, just like in
So
a
intimidating. Just
God, what are you, a Dark Souls boss?
yeah. And then since I can hear them, I'm gonna hold my sword up and like position it by their throat.
Oh shit.
okay. Yeah.
And then just say name.
Walking.
You turn the corner and instinctually slide your sword off to your side, remaining forward facing, not even looking at this person. And you can feel the sword land perfectly just above the clavicle. And you can feel the panicked breathing of this individual. Polly?
Why are you here?
Listen, it's so embarrassing. Actually, it's really so embarrassing. So, have you ever heard of Taco Tuesday?
Dear God. No.
So there's this girl who sings Taco Tuesday, and like we kind of grew up together, like we're best friends actually. Anyway, they just got recruited here, and I was just really hoping that I could like have a job because, you know, we're best friends, and I just really, you know, I really want to just be a part of all of this. And yeah, I'm Polly.
You have roadies?
and I'm gonna yell Ash, and then I'm like, didn't you say one of the new girls had a t-shirt on?
And
With-
then Ash comes walking down the hall.
No, both
and
shirtless.
turns.
They weren't wearing anything.
Tits out.
Yes, that patchwork one definitely had a t-shirt on with a taco.
They brought an idiot with them.
I'm not an idiot, I promise. I'm really capable, actually.
Red for filth.
I'm gonna reach forward and then like the back of their head just like grab up on their hair and hold them like that.
Oh shit, that's
What the-
kinky as fuck.
Okay.
And she goes, I'll do whatever you want. Actually, I just, want a
She was
job.
going down.
I'm trying.
And Ash is just
You good.
standing by. What should we do with them?
We're gonna go find those stupid people that brought this little bitch on.
Sounds good. And as you hear over the intercom, we will be launching in 1 minute.
Looks like you're stuck with us now, buddy.
A nice little smile.
Sigh of relief.
Thank God.
Thanks.
You pick them up by their scruff, basically. You can feel that they have like soft but like shorn, kind of like shoulder length hair. This is a very light bodied individual, so they are like very lightweight. And as you are guiding them, you can feel that they have like fairly ratty clothes on. There are like some patchwork like sewn in. And there's also a like slight smell to this person. It's not bad, but it definitely is giving like
Has been
an
on the
old
road.
Yeah, it's like been traveling, but also like an old leather kind of smell.
I'm gonna call her Polly Pocket since she's so small and tiny.
This is a male individual.
It's a man.
A-
That's a man.
A quote twink.
Wait,
I
that's
don't,
a.
I don't
it-
choose my audience.
But is it a man,
Is it a man?
Or-
Because
or
I
is
don't
it a-
like men.
or is it just a woman with a penis? Is it a gender fucked?
Pronouns he, him.
Gotcha.
A twink with elven features.
Please describe, what is a gender fucked?
Me.
You.
You're not right.
I know.
You
Almost
start
right.
leading out. Where are you heading? Just like last place that you saw them, like closer to the main deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet you a. Do they have money? I was gonna say $1. I bet you $1. That's what I always say. But I'll bet you.
A
Something.
snail. Oh,
I
crap.
bet you something.
I'll.
You just
never
say, I'll
mind.
bet that.
Okay, but I want to bet something. I don't like not betting something.
They're
I,
I'll bet you
They're
had
light.
that.
I bet you a rock that those stupid idiots are at that stage again.
We're in lesbian world. It's either candles or hair ties.
You're right. I bet you you're pretty little
Damn.
scrunchy that they're at that stage again.
You guys are making your way.
Not cats or furniture?
Sammy,
Subarus?
That's too much.
you are down below deck with Pooja. You have gotten notice that the ship is leaving. And you hear some footsteps begin to echo through the chambers. And I believe you would immediately know that it is the newcomers like coming through for a tour.
Again.
People don't really come down here. Officers on occasion, usually in groups of 2, but there are 3 distinct sets of footsteps. And this is where the engineering room is. Pooja takes care of the flux heart within the beetle. We also have our lovely Sammy, and Chadwick is around here somewhere. We have lost him for days at a time, unfortunately.
Is he stupid?
Yes. Yes.
Sammy,
I will
Sammy's just
admit.
going to give you a most defeated nod.
Does he know he's stupid?
I don't believe so. Yeah.
What was his name again?
Chadwick?
It sounds like he's stupid.
Well, he's a man.
He
so.
sounds like an idiot. Yeah, his full name is Junior Chadwick Punch.
What the
Punch?
fuck?
Chadwick Punch.
Junior?
That's what your
Goes by Chadwick. Yeah.
That's his first name.
Oh, hey, that's his first name. I
Yeah.
thought that was like title.
No.
Like title
Yeah.
Junior.
Junior is his first name. Goes
That's
by Chadwick.
pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Chad.
No, not even.
Quite the opposite, actually.
Yeah, he's a junior.
hey, I'm a junior. Let's not.
Pooja is not here in this corridor at the moment. She is currently in the heart flux, the star flux room of the heart of this ship. You would know, Tommy, that she is able to communicate with the star flux heart and directly to Hera, since she is an ethereal star being.
Mhm.
They have a very deep and intimate connection with this
I'm
ship.
getting such Farscape vibes from this. I'm loving it.
I don't know what that is.
Is it?
Okay, you don't have to watch the series, but watch like the first episode, because it also has a biomechanical ship and a pilot that directly communicates with the ship, and the rest of them
I
can't.
love that.
Let's have a movie night. Is it like literally shaped like a heart? Is it
No,
beat? No.
it is like a multi-prismatic, like pulsing, like
Like a crystal bitch
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, exactly.
I see it.
You can like head into that room. It is like glowing, a very like bright light, and I think your character would know, Ev. You would be able to see the aura just kind of leaving this.
Mhm.
A lot of like pinks and greens. It's almost like an interesting wavelength, a mirage that is like emanating. This is intense astral magic.
That's tourmaline. Fuck, that's wow.
Pooja notices you all come in. Hello.
And what's Pooja look like?
She is an entirely like bright outlined person of just star magic.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hi. Squinting.
Hello.
I get a tan.
Now you know my character isn't pasty.
Greetings, travelers.
Hi, you're radiant.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I am Pooja the Stargazer.
Not just the star.
Not the star I gaze.
Star.
Respect.
Gay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's it.
Say
Pooja,
with
I
your
just
chest.
did the final checks in the maintenance bay. So far, everything looks to be good to go. Have you noticed anything on your side?
Everything looks perfect. You can tell the captain we're ready.
Will do. And they're gonna skate back out to the maintenance bay and PA the
Mhm.
captain.
Yeah, you pay PA up to the captain. You can hear the navigation officer respond, Ivory, and she confirms, and then you hear over the PA, "We are launching." And then the ship, there is a low hum as the wings fan out.
I just gotta say, this ship's gotta be loud as fuck. Because big beetles are
Yeah.
loud as fuck when they
Yes,
fly.
it is very loud, but they have a magical field like around it that does kind of negate some of that like.
Just tell me we
louder
don't have that
noise.
dumb beetle that just like flies into walls repeatedly.
No, because there's a navigation officer, so it
Right.
has
Without
help.
the navigation officer, though.
Probably, yeah, it
We're-
probably would get into trouble.
We're in like space, right?
It's like astral space. It's
Focus.
astral
Yeah,
sea, so it's
the
like
wings just
full
ignite.
of like stardust mirage of colors, and it's fairly smooth, so it's not terribly loud. It's pushing space, not air.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah, the
yeah.
wings are just in space. They don't make noise.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can feel the vibrations start, part of it move, and then a like push off of the dock as you guys launch towards your destination.
And away we go.
Do you have any questions about the star flux?
I mean, like a million.
Yeah, how?
Well, it is forged from a dead star, a
Fuck.
planet far, far
Crazy.
from here.
Whoa.
It's an old universe that this came from. Many of the ships that were forged now use very similar energies.
Wait, the beetle was forged?
The
Yeah.
beetle was forged. It was not born.
So this...
It was, Hera has told me that they were created a very long time ago.
Is that how beetles work? I feel like that's not how...
I mean, it's a ship, dude.
That's true.
It's like both, it's
both a beetle and a ship.
yeah.
Yes.
It's going to take a second for me to wrap my mind around this.
Yeah, just take a seat.
I'm just going to sit on the ground.
Sounds good. You hear another set of footsteps from where you are at, Sammy. Another set of 3, except 2 very sure footsteps and 1 slightly dragging.
What in the... I'm gonna poke my head out into the hallway to see who's approaching.
You see Sable, Asphodel, and a stranger. They are a dusty-haired elven man covered in some kind of tattered clothing that has been like patched after like a lot of tearing. You do not recognize this person.
Sammy's just gonna look up at Asphodel and go, "Stow away."
It would appear so. Have you seen the newcomers?
They're in the Flux Heart room. I'll grab them.
Thank you.
Skates away, pops in.
Are you still scruffing him?
Yeah, still have them.
Beetle Sway, Mimi, and newcomers, we have a stowaway.
Huh?
Right. Okay. Well, they're gonna be stuck here for a while.
Yeah.
She looks over to this person. Are you good at anything? I can be, for sure. I can be so good. You can hear the voice.
Is that
Fuck.
Polly?
Fuck.
Fuck.
Okay, is there anywhere to hide?
You're in the wide entry of the flux capacitor room as you hear this echoing voice of Polly wants that cracker, Christensen.
Yeah, she does. Or he does. I'm gonna hide behind the star person.
Okay, you hide behind the star person
Just
immediately.
Don't tell him I'm here.
Oh. Listen, I can like clean the decks. I don't know, just walk around. I can move
As
things.
they're talking though, I keep walking to find the new people.
This is gonna be a lot of paperwork. Mimi does not seem very enthused with this.
Sammy's gonna look over to Mimi. I'm not taking them in my department.
You already have one problem, so I imagine.
That being said, this one, I'm gonna point over to Reki, might have some potential.
And while they do that, do I have just like magic? Can I just like do magic?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm gonna try to. I want to hide from Polly.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to wrap shadows around myself and like blend into a corner.
I believe that is a let's see, a spirit roll.
Thank God.
It does say metaphysical power. I would need to-
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Give me. Fucking
Thanks,
goat.
Goat.
A billion.
Oh, that's so good.
11.
11.
God
Wonderful.
damn.
You, with a quick gesture of your hands, refract the light within this room and temporarily blend into the area that you once stood, basically holding your breath and holding this concentration of holy shit, I hope she does not find us.
Is it bad to do
Or they
magic
don't
next
find
to the
us.
astral heart?
It does like pulse a little bit like in that direction, but only as much as like if like an electrical ball where you would like connect your hand, it just has a point of like brief connection, but it's nothing astronomical.
And I feel the power of the heart. Like holy shit.
Like for a very brief moment. Yeah. Sable, you bring Polly into the Starflux room. Polly is enamored. Oh my god, is this... Whoa, this is so cool. This is... Like, not even paying attention to the fact that you are still holding them.
Yeah.
Sammy is just giving the most deadpan bitch stare to this little twink.
I obviously don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
But can I already have my eyes closed, but can I like stop, tell them to like, I'm gonna be like, can I tell them to be quiet and like
Mhm.
listen for their heartbeats?
Yep, you can do that.
Okay.
I think this is gonna be a wit unless
6, 7, 8, 9.
9. All right. You hear the heartbeat of one individual past Pooja. This heartbeat is racing. You can sense fear.
I'm just gonna ask Pooja to move over,
She stands aside.
and then I'm gonna go. I'll like throw Polly at that person,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna say, "Take your man."
You can see Rhea, terrified, and you throw Polly on the ground, and Polly's like, "Oh my God, hi!
Hi, Polly.
I haven't seen you in so long.
It's been 2 days.
We've lost connection. Like, why don't you write anymore? I like sent you a few like
Did you?
messages.
I didn't know. I didn't see them. Go. What are you doing here?
What do you mean? What are you doing here? You're starting a band. I need to be a part of it. You gotta redeem Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday's dead.
Hold on. I want Sammy to just like lean into Mimi here real quick and be like, it would be bad to feed them to Hera, wouldn't it? That would be.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. And
What if they just happen to fall in?
I think we should definitely move this somewhere else.
And then Ricky can't hold her breath anymore.
And is revealed at the edge of the room behind Sable.
Polly, look, it's Ricky.
Hi! How are you?
I'm gonna try to like sneak away.
Okay, do you want to roll
Yes.
a grace for me?
Those are mine. You can have those.
Grace.
Yes.
Damn.
8.
8. You make it about halfway through the room, and Polly is just like, "Listen, guys," and like turns to both of you. I would just love it if I could be, a part of the band. Like, I've been practicing. I can play the xylophone like so good.
The xylophone.
Yeah,
Mm.
like.
Do you? but like, do you have one with you?
Their face like very visibly changes and drops. I can make one.
That's not how those work.
We don't.
What do you mean?
You can't just make one.
Shit, I fucked up, didn't I?
No, it's
stop,
okay. It's
Polly.
okay.
I'm an awful roadie.
No, you're the best. You're our favorite. We love you so much.
I'm so
Sammy's
sorry
gonna start
I
like
didn't read
circling
your
around
letters.
and just slowly trying to get them out of the Starheart room.
I am going to attempt to pull 2 strings
Okay.
with you.
Okay.
I'm offering you XP in order to entice you to possibly take Polly under your wing.
Oh, because here I was thinking I was going to kill them.
Metagame, you do, and then
Come on, Polly. Yeah, you can.
Will you
could-
accept the
yeah.
temptation?
Yeah, I will. Not very begrudgingly.
Okay. Both of you gain an XP.
It's
Are
rough.
you going to accept this poll?
I'm feeling guilt tripped because he feels bad for himself,
Okay.
and I like, and we're in a situation where we're gonna be stuck with Polly for a while. So I'm like,
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. You accept this. You gain an XP, and you have decided, maybe against better judgment, to take Polly under your wing. I won't let you down, guys. This will be great. We'll be the best band ever. We can like rebrand to like Chimichanga Wednesdays.
Yay.
We could brainstorm that a little bit.
It's okay. I've got so many more ideas.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear all of them.
Hey, Polly.
Yeah.
When was the last time you took a shower?
Let's go do that.
Just nods
Let's-
a little bit.
Let's start there.
Okay. And then you guys exit out with Mimi, Pooja, and Sammy, as well as Sable, I'm assuming, and Asphodel are just kind of like side-eyeing each other.
Wait. I want before they leave though. I do want to like corner them, and just kind of not like I guess intimidatingly, but like not super intimidatingly. Be like, keep your man to yourself.
Don't.
Do you want an influence? Do you want to try and influence your fellow player with a string by intimidating?
Sure, I could give that a try.
Do you still have your
Yeah.
sword out?
Yeah.
I'm hard staring at your sword.
So what would happen is you would roll
Okay.
to intimidate, which I would assume would be probably a heart, and then you from that result would possibly gain a string on one of these individuals. Who specifically are you intimidating as they're leaving?
I'll probably do the leader of the group.
Okay, so you look to Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with influence or the pathetic one?
The easy ones to
6.
intimidate.
Okay. So, unfortunately, you do not gain a string on them.
That's okay.
You do have a few options since you technically didn't succeed. This is a downbeat. And in an attempt to intimidate, you kind of get flustered and a little awkward. There, you have a moment of doubt as you are like keep your person in check.
I'll just be like, just keep hit. Stop.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Listen, I didn't know he followed us again. I should have known.
If this isn't again,
What? Okay, Anne.
just stop.
Listen, it's not my fault. People love me.
Your sword's really cool.
It is kind of cool.
Thanks. And then she's gonna like clip it back into
Mhm.
her.
And is that a bass?
Yeah, it is.
Do you play?
Shit.
Sometimes.
I'm gonna out of my back pocket. It's a very shittily like hand drawn card. It just says Taco Tuesday, right? And then some form of communication. I'm just gonna here you go.
Yeah. It's like your
You're trying to give
mental
a card
IP
to somebody who can't see.
Yep.
as Fiddle takes it.
Thanks.
Of course.
Oh, I feel like one thing I should say. You have yet to see a sword on Sammy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Swordless hoe.
Bitch.
Not all of us flash our swords everywhere we
Swordless.
go.
You hear over the intercom, Captain Irileth. May I please have Sammy, Sable, Rhea, and Ricky report to the headquarters.
Are we in
Yeah.
trouble?
We might be. We
Oh.
Polly did.
Oh,
sneak on
calm
board.
down, newbies. This way.
Okay.
Polly, go sit in a corner.
Sammy's just gonna lead the way down the hallway.
Mm-hmm. You guys all make it to this large headquarters area where previously people were bustling around preparing for launch, and now there's only a few people in the room for navigation, checking certain protection measures and gunnery. So there's only like 4 people in this room at the moment. Irileth greets you. I understand that some of you are more knowledgeable about our enemy. I do occasionally ask my crew questions that would help me be a better captain.
Real quick, I've been on this ship for a while.
Yes.
I imagine Captain Irileth knows a little bit more about me.
Yes.
I'm
That is
just gonna
up to
kinda-
you how much. She might just be aware that you had a connection with the Sword Corp at some point.
I think I'm okay with her knowing that, like, I had a connection and it was not something I'm very comfortable talking about in front of
Yes.
most people. So Sammy's just kind of gonna give them an eye and then, like, side-eye the newbies here.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, I can help, but not in front of these ones.
Yeah.
I don't know them.
She takes that into consideration, watching you. We need to figure out next steps in order to find Sword Corp. We do not know as of right now where they are staying in terms of the entire astral sea. We could, based on our navigation, head in a direction, but I would like your insight. Anything that you would know about these individuals. Does anybody know anything? Can you offer
They're
anything?
fucking shills.
In terms of location, perhaps.
Do we?
You would assume their last known location would probably be closer to Forstellar, because that's where you guys are from. And that's where Forstellar was sealed off. So they could be around that certain area. They were particularly interested in Istrain, which is the city that disintegrated in a cataclysm. That probably would be a good area to start.
You said the words, and I heard them.
Strain
Istrain and Forstellar. You guys are from,
and
those area.
Forstellar.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't actually hear why we know
That's
Oh,
where we're
why
from.
you know them?
Guys, it's in your backstory.
No, I know. I said that's where we're from. I knew that.
I was told my backstory and I forgot it.
Yeah, you were told.
I'm definitely rereading it as we're
Yeah,
doing this.
I have it up.
I do not.
Guys, I wrote my backstory
I think-
all by myself.
I think Ev has very passive involvement in. I think your character has very passive involvement in the Sword Corps directly, but you know that they did have an influence on Forstellar because they held the Battle of the Bands locally.
Have they announced the new one yet?
You would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
I'm gonna have you roll a heart. Question.
Ooh.
8. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna look at Captain Irlath. Have you conferred with Dawn yet? They may have an idea.
I can definitely confer with Dawn. Yes, they've been mostly on deck preparing, but I will discuss with them. You rolled an 8.
Yes.
I think that you would know that the Battle of the Bands is being exclusively held at their headquarters this year, which has become difficult in many ways, but you assume it's a tactic to make it very centralized to the Sword Corps itself. But I think you would know that the correct course of action would be to head towards where Forstellar and Istrain was.
So do they like send out invites?
Yeah, like, do I have a flyer?
Like how do people hear about this?
No,
if we
it
don't know
was
where they're at?
definitely like word of mouth from other roadies, from other performers that you were friends with, maybe people that were previously involved with the Sword Corps or people who are involved in the Sword Corps now.
I'm picturing like a very exclusive Coachella.
Yeah, it's exclusive.
It like, it's quote unquote underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably over where Istrain used to be. Would
Alright.
be my guess.
Well, we will start there. Unless anybody has anything else. And I will discuss with Dawn privately. I'm going to have somebody choose a travel roll. This is going to be standard, like route. We're just going to roll 2d6. So whoever wants to take the lead.
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's have Tommy roll.
You all have been rolling so well, so now it's time for me to break that streak.
5.
5. As I said, break the streak.
You all travel for a while. It's definitely a few hours in light speed. You guys are being propulsed through the astral sea. And you can hear over the intercoms one of the lead gunners and like protection officers announces that there is debris incoming. You exit out of light speed, and you can see the change in scenery. There are multiple colors, and you can see 2 distinct suns off in the distance, a very like warm rosy color. And as you, either on the deck or within the headquarters, look around, there are ruins floating throughout the sky. You can see pieces of building. There's an old swing set. There is just like debris that is like being shoveled and like so, like ever so lightly, like clouds floating away from each other. Sable, I'm gonna have you roll a heart.
And backstory question, is my sword reacting at all?
At the moment, no.
But is mine?
Yours is.
Yeah.
You are definitely feeling
5,
something.
6, 7, 8, 9, 8.
8. Okay. You feel your face start to redden a little bit as you remember certain memories of that day. You understand what you are feeling around you is fragments of Estrain, fragments of your city. Your sword glows in remembrance, almost in tandem with your heartbeat. And you are mentally transported back. You do remain with some composure, however. I think the only person who would notice is Asphodel. Ricky, I'm also going to have you roll a heart.
It's Ricky time.
Actually, and I'm also going to have Sammy roll a heart.
Get left out.
Bitch.
8. Don't pull those guns out.
That
You want the smoke?
6.
6.
That's 10 minus 1, 9.
9. You do have memories of that day.
Ricky.
You remember fleeing to escape ships. You remember just the light and the destruction. You also managed to push down some of those feelings in more of like a calm remembrance. But there is an aura of the remnants of these ruins.
I'm gonna compartmentalize that.
Do I see like the glimpse of this on their face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume that you would know that they were from Estrain. Unless
Are you
you
hiding
decided
that?
not
No, not
to
at
say.
all.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna put a hand on
Wait.
your shoulder and
What did I get?
You got an 8, if I believe.
Okay.
Yes, so you're in a comfortable spot.
Okay. But it says for me, like when we're talking about home, I can roll.
Oh, yes.
And should I roll again? Or should I go
Um,
off of the one that I just did?
Well, that was specific to a heart. What is the rest of it that you would be trying to do?
Well, it depends. So it's people are people. When you talk about your home, roll plus heart. And if I was going to talk about my home, but I didn't know if it would be off of that roll or a different one.
This would be a different one because
Okay.
this was an inciting.
Okay.
And so if you were to like
Yeah.
continue the discussion, that's what you would roll.
Okay.
Tommy, you rolled a 6, a 5? I think you
6.
rolled. Okay.
So I rolled a 5
6.
and I have a +1.
You also remember that day. You remember it to be a tumultuous one. And I'm going to give you a condition. You are, I would say, possibly filled with guilt. Maybe you feel just really conflicted. And I'm going to give you that guilty condition.
Okay.
You fucking sneaky bitch.
As you guys are floating through and reminiscing, you can hear a sound coming from behind you. It is a slight as it begins to get closer. And with a loud the side of the ship is struck. It rattles. You can feel the beetle try and stabilize. The alarms begin to go off, and chaos ensues. You hear on the intercoms, "All hands on deck," and people begin to go down below to gunner's quarters, go on deck. And as you look out at this expanse, you have noticed a large 5-car train approach you. And it does not look friendly.
Amazing.
It is very imminently coming up on you, and it has got the drop.
Guys, I don't think this is Thomas. The train, not the person.
I was like,
I think that is where we're going to leave the episode off.
I'll remember it next time.
Thomas?
No, the mean train.
The mean train from?
Yeah, from Thomas.
I
yeah.
wouldn't remember.
Because it was the great Percy.
Anyway,
Percy. Yeah, 'cause
Percy.
do you know the reference that I'm referencing? That's a reference.
Yep.
Got it. Yeah.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you
so much
Thank you.
for watching this special Pride Month edition of Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
We're lesbians.
Woo. Okay. We will see you next week for more. Thanks for listening. Background music for this episode was provided by Tabletop Audio. For more DICEBERG Ahead content, check out our socials and Patreon, or visit us at our website at dicebergahead.com.